Ben and Jen, the president will be attending a summit at the University of Hartford on Friday. The day-long event will bring together gun safety advocates from here in Connecticut and around the country to discuss what's been done to prevent gun violence and what work there still is to do. Connecticut gun safety advocates are getting ready to welcome President Joe Biden to our state this week for the Safer Communities Summit at the University of Hartford.
To mark what is really an important anniversary of the Bipartisan Safer Community Act.
The legislation was signed last June by President Biden, the first in 30 years to address gun safety on a federal level. It expanded background checks, closed a loophole to help protect domestic violence victims, and provided communities with funding for violence intervention, mental health, and school safety.
I'm excited that the president is coming to Connecticut to talk about how we've used this law to save lives and how much work we still have to do.
Senator Chris Murphy led passage of the law and is continuing the conversation on the national level. He and Senator Richard Blumenthal just introduced legislation that would provide victims of gun violence with resources.
I wish this legislation weren't necessary, but until we get this problem under control, we've got to make sure that we have counseling services, grievance services available to people.
He says the summit being held in Connecticut is a testament to how the state has led the way when it comes to gun safety in the country. Last week, Governor Lamont signed a wide-ranging gun safety bill into law. It includes a crackdown on repeat offenders, something a coalition of mayors called for.
We have to make sure that our laws are strong, and we have to make sure that we enforce those laws and that there are serious consequences for those who break them.
A federal lawsuit has been filed against the state over parts of that bill by We the Patriots USA, a group that argues it violates the Second Amendment. They say the president's visit this week highlights action being taken that gun rights advocates don't agree with.
We don't believe there should be any restrictions on the right to keep and bear arms. In our opinion, laws like the one signed by Governor Lamont make the public much less safe.
President Biden is set to be the keynote speaker at the summit on Friday afternoon. We will have coverage of his visit. Coming up at 11, I'll have more on how advocates say the federal gun safety legislation is working. In the studio, Gabby Molina, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.